bartender polishes a glass while the city rain falls slow. He sits in a brown leather chair, bathed in a blue and quiet glow. The pinstripe suit is sharp, but his breathing is steady and low. Midnight shadows stretch across the dark mahogany wood. He's exactly where the years of silence said he should. A soft blue haze is drifting through the dim and empty air, while he finds a sanctuary in the stillness of his stare. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never gonna leave your side. I know the particular pain of an empty, open palm, that moment after release before you find the quiet calm. But I've traded every argument for the peace of an open heart, knowing that the silence is the strongest place to start. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never gonna leave your side. Every ending became a teacher for the path that I begin. Some men shout at the darkness just to prove they are alive. Quiet men build an empire, and they're the ones who survive. Hardest thing a man can do is open his hands around what he loves, and realize that letting go is the highest form of love from above. Dignity is a bridge you build while others burn it down. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never gonna leave your side. Stands and leaves the glass, stepping out into the blue, moving through the night with a purpose that is honest and true. The street receives his silhouette like a secret finally free. death is finally come, walking through the blue. The heart is open now, silence is the only way. Fade into the dawn. I spent years holding things open that had already decided to close, calling it loyalty, calling it love. But it was just a man refusing to receive the message of departure. The bar is nearly empty now, mahogany and amber light. A brown leather chair holds the weight of a long and lonely night. Blue smoke curls in shadows where the loud men used to stand. The heaviest thing I'm carrying is the release of my own hand. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never going to leave your side. I know the particular pain of an empty, open palm. The moment after release, before you find the quiet calm. It isn't wrong, it's just the shape of what was always meant to come. The exact dimensions of a journey when the talking is all done. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never gonna leave your side. Piano bends through the letting go. Cello holds what hands release. Men who force what keeps on moving never find a deeper peace. Night has always been the teacher for the men who choose to stay. Every scar became a lesson for the man I am today. The hardest thing a man can do is open his hands around what he loves and realize that letting go is the most loving thing he ever did. Some holdings are just fear, wearing love's worn out coat. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves open your fingers, let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never gonna leave your side. He walks out tonight with open hands, moving through the blue, ready for what was always coming, for the man he was meant to be. The street receives his shadow like a secret that is true. Open hands now. What stays was always mine. Let what goes go. Silence is the final word, fade into the blue. I stopped explaining the distance the night I finally understood that silence is the only truth the world can never twist or touch. I trade the noise of the crowd for the peace of a man who's finally free. Brown leather chair holds the weight of a decade of pride, in a room filled with blue smoke and the secrets I keep inside. The pinstripe suit is sharp, but my eyes are fixed on the door, knowing exactly what I don't have to prove anymore. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves open your fingers, let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never going to leave your side. I know the particular pain of an empty, open palm, that moment after release, before you find the quiet calm. But I've traded every argument for the peace of an open heart, knowing that the silence is the strongest place to start. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves open your fingers, let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours was never going to leave your side. Piano breathes the heavy truth, cello carries the weight. Every silence became a lesson for a man who won't won't debate. Some men shout to feel alive, quiet men just know the way. Truth is louder after midnight, when the restless walk away. The hardest thing a man can do is open his hands around what he loves and realize that letting go is the highest form of love from above. Dignity is a bridge you build while others burn it down. Life gets simple when you finally understand. You don't need to force what isn't meant to be in your hand. If it leaves, open your fingers. Let the silence be the guide. What is truly yours is never going to leave your side. He stands and leaves the glass, stepping into the blue, moving through the night with a purpose that is honest and true. The street receives his silhouette like a secret finally free. The path is finally calm, walking through the blue. The heart is open now. Silence is the only way. Fade into the night. The bartender wipes the warm mahogany while the last neon sign dies. He sits in the corner, blue smoke masking the truth in his eyes. The pinstripe suit is heavy with the weight of a decade of pride. He doesn't look for answers in the bottom of a whiskey glass. He's learned the art of watching all the loud and restless pass. A brown leather chair holds the secrets he'll never decide to share, while a cold wind from the street begins to stir the heavy air. There's a power in the silence that the world can never break. A gentleman knows exactly which of the many paths to take. No slamming doors or bitter words to mark the closing scene, just a quiet disappearance where the chaos used to be. I spent too many winters fighting wars that weren't mine to win, thinking loyalty meant staying until the ice grew cold and thin. But I'm trading every argument for the peace of an open hand, leaving all the noise behind me in this hollow, shifting land. There's a power in the silence that the world can never break. A gentleman knows exactly which of the many paths to take. No slamming doors or bitter words to mark the closing scene, just a quiet disappears. It's the strongest kind of force to leave without a final word. Some holdings are just fear, and some releases are just grace. There's a power in the silence that the world can never break. A gentleman knows exactly which of the many paths to take. No slamming doors or bitter words to mark the closing scene, just a quiet disappearance. Where the chaos used to be. He stands and leaves the empty bar, no witness to his pace. The blue fog takes his silhouette without a single trace. The street receives his shadow like a secret he finally kept. Strength in the silence, walking through the blue. The road knows my name, gone before the dawn, fade into the blue. Midnight spills across the room like ink on a broken page. He adjusts his pinstripe vest, a man who's outgrown his cage. The brown leather chair feels like the only anchor in the blue. Whiskey glasses sweating on the dark mahogany wood. He's finally found the clarity he never thought he could. Blue smoke is swirling slowly like the secrets he must keep, while the rest of the city falls into a restless, shallow sleep. This is the anchor, the weight that keeps him still. quiet architecture of a disciplined and iron will. No need to shout his story, no need to prove his name. Strength is knowing how to walk away from every hollow game. I spent my younger winters chasing ghosts that weren't real, thinking that a louder voice was the only way to feel. But now I find my sanctuary in the space between the words, trading every argument for the peace that I've deserved. This is the anchor, the weight that keeps him still, the quiet architecture of a disciplined and iron will. No need to shout his story, no need to prove his name. Strength is knowing how to walk away from every hollow game. Piano counts the heavy cost, cello carries the weight. Every silence became a map for a man who won't debate. Some men scream at the darkness just to prove that they are there. Quiet men build an empire in the cold and midnight air. Crosses the wisdom of a silent heart is found within the losses. Dignity is the only fabric that survives the winter rain. This is the anchor, the weight that keeps him still, the quiet architecture of a disciplined and iron will. No need to shout his story, no need to prove his name. Strength is knowing how to walk away from every hollow game. He stands up from the table, coat draped across his arm, walking into the blue tinted fog, away from the loud alarm. The street receives his shadow like a secret finally free. The anchor of silence, walking through the blue. The mind is finally home. Silence is the victory. Fade into the night. Fade into the night. clock on the wall stopped ticking at 3 in the morning. He adjusts his pinstripe sleeves while the city starts warning. The brown leather chair feels like a throne in this hollow place. A thick blue haze is swirling where the neon used to burn. He's watching every bridge he's crossed and those he'll never return. The saxophone is crying low, a story of grit and pride, while it keeps the cold intensity of 1,000 storms inside. This is the weight of presence, unspoken but defined. The posture of a man who left the restless world behind. No need for a spectacle, no need for a hollow shout. Strength is knowing when it's time to simply walk on out. I spend my younger winters trying on every room, chasing every bright reflection through the shadows and the gloom. But I've learned that velvet authority doesn't need to knock. I'm the silence in the gears, I'm the steady ticking clock. This is the weight of presence, unspoken but defined. The posture of a man who left the restless world behind. No need for a spectacle, no need for a hollow shout. Strength is knowing when it's time to simply walk on out. Saxophone breathes like a secret, guitar sharp as a blade. Night has always been the teacher for the men who choose to stay. Some men fill a room with noise, then vanish with the air. Quiet men remain long after, because restraint was there. Man who advertises scars has something left to mend. But I've mastered how to disappear and how to never bend. Dignity is the only fabric that doesn't fray with time. This is the weight of presence, unspoken but defined. The posture of a man left the restless world behind. No need for a spectacle, no need for a hollow shout. Strength is knowing when it's time to simply walk on out. He stands and leaves the glass, no open tabs behind, moving through receives his silhouette like a ghost that's finally free. The room feels empty now. Authority in the silence. Walking through the blue, he never raised his voice. Fade into the night. The bar clock strikes midnight, a cold and steady sound. He adjusts his pinstripe sleeves while the world spins round. The brown leather chair feels like the only truth he's found. Blue smoke drifts through the rafters of a quiet, hollow place. He watches the reflection of a tired, resilient face. Pinstripe shadows cutting through the amber and the haze. He's finally done with wandering through the city's noisy maze. The silence is a compass, the quiet is a key. A gentleman knows exactly who he's meant to be. No need for explanation, no need for the crowd to know. Strength is in the silence when it's finally time to go. I spent my younger years fighting fires I didn't start, trying to keep the rhythm of a loud and restless heart. But I've traded every argument for the peace within my soul, knowing that my silence is the only thing that makes me whole. The silence is the compass, the quiet is the key. A gentleman knows exactly who he's meant to be. No need for explanation, no need for the crowd to know. Strength is in the silence when it's finally time to go. Piano breathes the heavy truth, cello carries the weight. Every silence became a lesson for a man who won't debate. Some men shout to feel alive, quiet men just don't know way. Truth is louder after midnight when the restless walk away. is the one that leaves no trace, walking out of chaos with a calm upon his face. Dignity is the only fabric that doesn't fray with time. The silence is the compass, the quiet is the key. A gentleman knows exactly who he's meant to be. No need for explanation, no need for the crowd to know. Strength is in the silence when it's finally time to go. He stands up from the table, leaving everything behind, stepping into the blue tinted fog with a disciplined mind. Street receives his shadow like a secret he finally kept. The silence is a choice, walking into the blue. Strength and the quiet, the road knows my name. Fade into the dark. The city bends its knee before the man who doesn't speak. He adjusts his pinstripe sleeves while the loud and restless grow weak. The brown leather chair is a throne for a king who needs no crown. Midnight shadows dance on the dark mahogany wood. He's exactly where the years of silence said he should. Blue smoke rising in a room that finally feels like home. A master of his kingdom, even when he stands alone. Silence is the crown that you never have to show. The power of the path that the restless never know. No shouting for attention, no hollow desperate plea, just the cold intensity of a man who's finally free. I stopped looking for a mirror in the eyes of every fool. I learned to keep my fire in a the spirit I ain't cool. Every bridge I didn't cross became a map to where I stand, tracing the lines of victory in the palm of my own hand. Silence is the crown that you never have to show. The power of the path that the restless never know. No shouting for attention, no hollow desperate plea, just the cold intensity of a man who's finally free. Yeah, every scar became a map for the man the world never saw. Some men noise to feel alive, but the quiet men survive, building their empires while the shadows come alive. Dignity is a bridge you build while others burn it down. It's the only kingdom left when you've discarded every crown. The loudest truth is found in the things you never say. Silence is a crown that you never have to show. The power of the path that the restless never know. No shouting for attention, no hollow desperate plea, just the cold intensity of a man who's finally free. Stands and leaves the glass, stepping out into the blue, moving through the night with a purpose that is sharp and true. The street receives his silhouette like a secret long ago told. The first step is silent, walking into the blue. The empire is within. The king doesn't speak. Fade into the night. city rain taps a steady cold on the window pane. He sits in a brown leather chair, tailored suit sharp and cold, watching the blue smoke rise like a ghost he used to know. The pinstripe fabric catches the light of a dying street lamp. He doesn't reach for the phone or look for a friend in the damp. The world is a theater of noise and hollow, desperate plays, but he's found a quiet rhythm to navigate the maze. The silence is the victory, the calm is the prize. A gentleman knows how to look the truth in his eyes. No need for the spotlight, no need for the hollow road, just the quiet satisfaction of closing the heavy door. I spent half my life trying to fix what was already dead, listening to the heavy echoes of everything that they said. But I've traded the arguments for the weight of a peaceful mind, leaving the chaos and the restless shadows far behind. The silence is the victory, the calm is the prize. A gentleman knows how to look the truth in his eyes. No need for the spotlight, no need for the hollow roar, just the quiet satisfaction of closing the heavy door. Sax is the dark, cello carries the weight of the years. Every loss became a map through the valley of hidden fears. Some men shout to feel alive, but the quiet men just know when the season is over, it's time for a man to go. Resilience isn't a wall you build to keep the world away. It's the quiet strength to stand and walk into a different day. Dignity is a bridge that you build while others burn it down. The silence is the victory, the calm is the prize. A gentleman knows how to look the truth in its eyes. No need for the spotlight, no need for the hollow roar, just the quiet satisfaction of closing the heavy door. He stands with a measured grace, coat draped over his arm, stepping into the blue tinted fog, away from the noise and alarm. The street receives his shadow like a story finally told. is a silent teacher, walking through the blue. Dignity remains. The road knows the truth. Fade into the night. I stopped explaining the distance the day I finally understood. That some people are only looking for a version of me they can break. But my silence isn't a wall, it's a kingdom I finally learned to take. The room is drowning in a blue and heavy haze. A gentleman in pinstripe navigating the final maze. The brown leather chair feels like a heavy wooden throne in a world that only values what is loudly shown. This is the strength of a silent departure, cold and clean. Walking through the shadows of the man I've always been. No need for a witness, no need for the crowd's shallow grace. Just a quiet power of a man who's found his place. I know the particular way of a secret well kept, of all the private promises and the tears that were never wept. I've traded the noise for the clarity of a steady iron soul, knowing that walking away is the only way to be whole. This is the strength of a silent departure, cold and clean. Walking through the shadows of the man I've always been. No need for a witness, no need for the crowd's shallow grace. Just the quiet power of a man who's found his place. Piano counts the cost Cello carries the grief of the years. Guitar sharpens the edges. Saxophone calls through the fears. Every silence became a map for the man I am today. Quiet men build an empire while the restless drift away. It's the only crown that stays when you've discarded every town. The hardest victory is the one that makes no sound. This is the strength of a silent departure. The quiet power of a man who's found his place. He stands and leaves the glass, stepping into the street lamps' glow. The blue fog receives his silhouette, moving steady and slow. No goodbye to the room, just a ghost that's finally free. The silence is a choice, walking into the deep blue. The empire is built within. Strength don't always make a sound. Fade into the night. He doesn't measure time in years or ticking clocks. He measures it in the bridges he had the discipline to leave behind, in the silence he had the courage to keep. The office window reflects the cold blue of the street, where the neon and the rain and a lonely rhythm meet. He sits at the mahogany desk, adjusting his pinstripe vest, a man who's mastered the art of putting the noise to rest. This is the reason, this is the hard-won ground, where the greatest victories never make a single sound. It's the discipline of a heart say no, and the courage of a soul that finally let the chaos go. I used to think that winning meant I had to have the final word, that every slight and every lie just had to be answered and heard. But now I walk with a steady pace and a mind that's iron clear, trading the crowd's shallow applause for a life without the fear. This is the reason, this is a hard-won ground, where the greatest victories never make a single sound. It's the discipline of a heart that learned how to say no, and the courage of a soul that finally let the chaos go. Piano counts the cost, guitar carries the weight of the day. Every silence became a map for the man I am today. Some men chase the spotlight just to hide what they lack. Quiet men build an empire and never look back. The world outside, it's the one you win in private, stripping away the pride. Reason is the only anchor when the storms begin to rise. This is the reason, this is the hard-won ground, where the greatest victories never make a single sound. Say no, and the courage of a soul that finally let the chaos go. He turns off the lamp. The blue fog waits by the heavy door, walking out with a steady hand, needing nothing anymore. The street receives his shadow like a secret he's always known. Discipline in the dark, the map is finally clear. Walking through the blue, the silence is my home. Fade into the night. Fade into the night. I stopped asking the world to understand the things I chose to leave behind. I realized that some rooms are just too loud for a peaceful mind, and that the strongest version of me is the one who finally learned to be kind to himself. himself. The ice melts slowly in a glass on the mahogany wood. He sits in a brown leather chair, finally understood. The pinstripe suit is heavy, but his spirit is light. Watching the blue smoke dance with the shadows of the night. There's a geometry in peace that the restless never find. The quiet architecture of a disciplined and steady mind. I don't need to win the race or prove I'm standing tall. The greatest victory is knowing I don't need the crowd at all. I know the particular silence of a man who's done his part. The way the air grows softer around a healing open heart. Every bridge I didn't cross became a map to where I stand, tracing the lines of freedom in the palm of my own hand. There's a geometry in peace that the restless never find. Quiet architecture of a disciplined and steady mind. I don't need to win the race or prove I'm standing tall. The greatest victory is knowing I don't need the crowd at all. Saxophone breathes like a secret, guitar whispers through the haze. Night has always been the teacher for the men who choose to stay. Some men fill the dark with noise just to hide the things they fear. Quiet men build an empire when the atmosphere is clear. Here's the courage to be still, to master the direction of a quiet iron will. Dignity is the only crown that doesn't weigh a soul down. There's a geometry in peace that the restless never find. The quiet architecture of a disciplined and steady mind. I don't need to win the race or prove I'm standing tall. The greatest victory is knowing I don't need the crowd at all. We stood up slow and steady, leaving the blue smoke behind. Stepping into the midnight fog with the liberated night. The street receives his silhouette like a story that is true. After the storm, walking through the blue, the mind is finally clear. Silence is the final word. Fade into the night. He doesn't measure wealth in gold or empty praise. He measures it in the peace he finally found. Once he stopped fighting battles that were never his to win. A mahogany desk and a glass of amber light, a pinstripe suit against the deep blue of the night. He sits in a brown leather chair, perfectly still, the master of a quiet and disciplined will. This is the law of the open hand, steady and free, releasing the things that were never meant to be. No longer holding on to the noise or the pride, just the calm intensity of the truth inside. I spent my younger years with my fingers clenched tight, afraid that let go meant I'd lose every fight. But now my hands are open and my spirit is clear. I've traded the chaos for a life without the fear. This is the law of the open hand, steady and free, releasing the things that were never meant to be. No longer holding on to the noise or the pride, just the calm intensity of the truth inside. Piano counts the rhythm of a heart that learned to wait. Guitar whispers secrets of a man who won't debate. Some men build their walls out of anger and stone. Quiet men build an empire when they're finally alone. The hardest lesson isn't how to stand and fight. It's how to open your hands and walk into the light. Dignity is the only weight that makes a man feel light. This is the law of the open hand, steady and free, releasing the things that were never meant to be. No longer holding on to the noise or the pride, just the calm intensity of the truth inside. He turns off the lamp, waits by the door, walking out with a steady pace, needing nothing anymore. The street receives his shadow like a secret long ago told. pinstripe coat hangs heavy by the mahogany door. He adjusts his silver cufflinks, looking once more at the floor. The brown leather chair holds the silence of a decade or more. Blue smoke curls in the corner of a room turning cold. A story of resilience that never needed to be told. He watches the rain streak the window from his quiet place with the steady intensity of a man who's finished the race. This is the calm of the arrival, steady and deep. The promises to himself that he finally learned to keep. No more chasing the echoes, no more hollow display, just the wisdom of knowing when it's time to walk away. I spent years building kingdoms on a foundation of sand, trying to hold the entire world in the palm of my hand. But I found that the strongest walls are the ones built within, where the noise of the crowd can never truly begin. This is the calm of the arrival, steady and deep. The promises to himself that he finally learned to keep. No more chasing the echoes, no more hollow display, just the wisdom of knowing when it's time to walk away. Saxophone searches the shadows, cello carries the cost. Every silence became a map for the time that was lost. Some men shout at the storm just to feel they are alive. Quiet men build an empire, and they're the ones who survive. Hardest arrival isn't a place you can find on a map. It's the moment you step out of the loud and restless trap. Dignity is a bridge that you cross all alone. To himself that he finally learned to keep. No more chasing the echoes, no more hollow display, just the wisdom of knowing when it's time to walk away. He turns a key in the lock, stepping into the blue, moving through the night with a purpose that's honest and true. Street receives his shadow like a secret he finds. walking through the blue. The mind is at rest, silence is the home. Fade into the night. On the cold mahogany bar, he sits in a pinstripe suit, watching the night from afar. The brown leather chair holds the truth of who he's become. Blue smoke drips lazily through the dim and quiet air. The gentleman sits alone with a calm beyond repair. He watches the strangers chase the shadows of the street, while he finds his victory in the rhythm of retreat. This is the wisdom, the strength of the quiet way, knowing exactly which of the heavy words not to say. No longer chasing the fire or the hollow loud display, just a piece of a man who chose to walk away. I spent my younger winters trying to be heard in the crowd, thinking that a man was only strong when he was loud. But I've traded the noise for the clarity of an open soul, and the silence of the night is what finally made me whole. This is the wisdom, the strength of the quiet way, knowing exactly which of the heavy words not to say. No longer chasing the fire or the hollow loud display, just a piece of a man who chose to walk away. Every shadow became a teacher for the path that I begin. Some men shout at the darkness just to prove they are alive. Quiet men build an empire, and they're the ones who you're finally gonna stand. Dignity is a bridge you cross all alone in the dark. This is the wisdom, the strength of the quiet way, knowing exactly which of the heavy words not to say. No longer chasing the fire or the hollow, loud display, just the peace of a man who chose to walk away. He leaves the glass half full, stepping out into the blue, moving through the night with a purpose that is honest and true. The street receives its silhouette like a secret long ago told. The path is finally clear, walking through the blue. The heart is at rest, silence is the only way, fading to the dawn. I stopped explaining the distance the day I finally understood that some people are only looking for a version of me they can break. But my silence isn't a wall, it's a kingdom I finally learned to take. The room is drowning in a blue and heavy haze. A gentleman in pinstripe navigating the final maze. The brown leather chair feels like a heavy wooden throne in a world that only values what is loudly shown. This is the strength of a solid departure, cold and clean, walking through the shadows of the man I've always been. No need for a witness, no need for the crowd's shallow grace, just the quiet power of a man who's found his place. The particular weight of a secret well kept, of all the private promises and the tears that were never wept. I've traded the noise for the clarity of a steady eye and soul, knowing that walking away is the only way to be whole. Cold and clean, walking through the shadows of the man I've always been. No need for a witness, no need for the crowd's shallow grace, just the quiet power found his place. Guitar sharp as a blade. Night has always been the teacher for the men who choose to stay. Some men fill a room with noise, then vanish with the air. Quiet men remain long after, because restraint was there. Hardest victory is the one that makes no sound. This is the strength of a silent departure, cold and clean, walking through the shadows of the man I've always been. No need for a witness, no need for the crowd's shallow grace, just the quiet power of a man who's found his place. He stands and leaves the glass, stepping into the street lamp's glow. The blue fog receives his silhouette, moving steady and slow. No goodbye to the room, just a ghost that's finally free. The silence is a choice, walking into the deep blue. The empire is built within. Strength doesn't always make a sound,